All right, we're good to go. We are live. Welcome, as always, everybody, to Trivia Vice. We've got a good one tonight. Dan made all the questions for this, so it's going to be fun, and it's kind of a cool mixture, I believe, of actual questions and pictures, right?
Yeah, we got it. So tonight is anatomy, and I found out pretty quickly, like literally 3 questions in, how little I know about anatomy. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. You guys didn't want me trying to wade my way through this and figure this out because it would have been really bad.
Yeah. So Caden says this is dinosaur anatomy, right? No, not yet, Caden. This was hard enough just doing human anatomy for me. So
At some point, we'll do some dino. We'll do some.
we'll
Dino
have to.
anatomy
We
though,
have to.
so.
There's just too much demand between Caden and Mitch. So, guys, if you haven't already, please like the video. We really appreciate that. And we are doing, what are we doing Monday? We're doing true crime trivia on Monday.
Yes, yeah. Monday's going to be true crime, so that'll be fun. And we do have Joey's working on a pre-recorded Disney one, I believe, as well. Disney seems to be the big winner for every time that we do it. So Joey is working on a pre-recorded Disney one that sometime in the near future that'll be coming out, and then we'll have true crime on Monday. So
yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Dan and I got a lot of stuff in the works. We can't really talk too much about anything right now, but there's a lot of good stuff coming. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
It's going to slap.
It's going to slap 2 times hard.
So we've got, what do we got? We got 25 questions plus a super secret bonus. I think I saw that Dan snuck in there.
Yeah, I didn't do a bonus at the end again, only because I honestly, it was hard. This is not my forte. Anatomy is tough. But I think it's going to be a pretty fun one. We'll see how everyone does. Let's get started.
Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Let me get this started here. Perfect. And let me take this off. Share. And bada bing, we should be good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you want to lead? You want to lead off round one, or you want me to?
I'll start round one. That's fine. So we have looks like kind of one of those CPR dummies we used to use during lifeguarding class. Except for it's got
I could do CPR pretty well. I was pretty good with all that stuff, but when it comes to anatomy, nope.
All right, question number 1. How many bones does the human body have? 306, 256, 206, or 201?
I mean, I was pretty good with CPR. I'm not, I don't want to brag or anything, but actually Dan was on the team too. We lifeguarded together at the state park, and we did win whatever the thing for that was. We had to do like all the different tests and everything. And I was the one that we they had to do the CPR for it. I'm pretty sure for that or anything, but I'm pretty legit when it comes to that.
I don't remember what I had to do. I probably had to do nothing. I was probably on lunch break eating a sandwich or something at that time.
Do you remember that time at the store? You weren't down there, but I think I told you about that. The time at the
someone.
Yeah. She literally, serious story. This lady and her husband pulled into the parking lot of our furniture store. I was at the front counter, and he came running in and said she's choking on a mint, and I had to give the Heimlich to like a 65-year-old lady.
Kyle the lifesaver. All right, so name the picture, name the body part, the bone that is shown right there. For reference, that is the thigh and the butt cheeks shown in the picture.
I think I know what that is.
All right. Kyle, give it your best shot. What do you think it is?
I think it's the femur.
Kyle's going with femur. Looks like a lot of people going with femur.
See, the one summer, Tess had shoulder surgery and she broke her arm. And like at the time, I thought like, oh man, I know, like I'm learning all this stuff about like all the different bones and ligaments and all that. Yeah, that was like 3 or 4 years ago, and I don't remember any of it now. So
all out the window.
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's not a lot of space left up there, and I'm definitely not filling it with science.
Yeah, that's true. We know that. So it is the femur. Again, we got 2 for 2. Everyone has gotten 100% right. Now it's going to come down to speed. All right. Question number 3. I'm starting off easy here, peeps. How many senses do we have? We have 6, 7, 4, or 5.
All right, I gotta think. Hold on. Sight, smell, touch.
Yeah, this one got some people.
I think it's 5, right?
It is 5. So if you
Because I was gonna
forget-
say 6 because of the movie The Sixth Sense, but I'm like that wouldn't make any sense
That's
because
that is
his
the Sixth Senses.
yeah. I was gonna say I was like, okay, that's a trick question. It's got to be 5.
Yep. Now they are coming out and saying now that there are like technically 6. There's technically a bajillion different ones. But no, that's that. I don't know. That's not what Wikipedia told me when I made this. So
That's like them trying to say, oh, there's more than 7 wonders of the world. No, there's 7 wonders of the world. That's just that's the way it is.
unless you're in the King Kong universe, he's the 8th. All right, question number 4. How many pints of blood does the average body have? 25, 20, 12, or 8? Yeah.
Either way, it seems like it's way less than I would have thought. Of course, I don't know. How big is a pint? Okay, because this is the question I always have. Every time we order like Chinese food, Tess will be like, oh, get the small chicken and broccoli. And I'm like, or I'll say I'll get the small one, and she's like, "Oh no, we need a pint," and I'm like, "Okay, is it the small or the big one?"
Yeah, you're like,
She's like, "Well, don't get the quart, get the pint." I'm like, "I understand that, but which one is bigger?"
So this one is interesting. It's actually only 8, and I thought that seems very low, but apparently that is the truth.
How much blood do you give? Like if you go and give blood, how much do they take?
Not a lot. Like in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's a ton, but I don't know for sure.
All
right. Question number 5. What muscle is this right here? Is it the pollicis brevis, the Forarmiiradialis, the Brachii, or the Bicep brachii? Forarmiiradialis.
I'm going with 3.
But you got to think like, okay, so Bobby says a pint is 2 cups. He's pretty sure. You got to think that's a lot of blood, just that in general. Like you get a bloody nose, you're gonna fill up like maybe, even if it's a bad bloody nose, like maybe a shot glass.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe. Hallie says so many fancy words. Yeah, I know this is not my forte, but I do know the Brachioradialis.
Oh, I was right. That was definitely a total guess. I was kind of going with like the combo of anatomy and dino anatomy, like Brachiosaurus.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
I was channeling my inner Mitch.
All right, let's see. Evelyn gets 1. She's on the board with 1. Brooke is on the board with 1, and Bobby's been on a tear a little bit lately. So let's see. Hallie says, I know about the oblongata. Yeah. That actually, no, that's not, that doesn't, is that even how they actually say it? I feel like I've heard it said, like, pronounced a bunch of different ways. So I don't know for sure, but it's fun to say it that way. I did not do one for that, but there's a couple one in there for the brain as we go in, venturing further into the anatomy.
Mitch says, by the way, Sabres 3-0 or 3-0. I thought he meant they were up 3-0. Either way, 3-0. Wow.
Yeah. It's going to let us down just like the Bills.
Oh, Brooklyn says it's amygdala.
Oh.
Fancy.
Interesting. Kyle,
so
you're up.
The water boy lied to us.
Kyle, you're up.
Oh, which organ is longer, the small intestine or the large intestine? All right, I feel like if you look at this picture right here, I think the small intestine is the one on the inside, right? So I think it's the small intestine.
Correct. Yeah.
The small intestine, it's much smaller in diameter, right? But it extends longer.
Yes. I'm not going to go into length at the moment, because length is important later on. But yeah, they're both very long, but there is a pretty big difference in the large and small intestine in length. It's actually the girth is where it gets the name small intestine.
Oh.
That's what Wikipedia told me. No, I think this one actually, I don't remember. I pulled it up. It was definitely a scientific-y looking website.
All right, number 2. About what percent of your body is water? 80%, 70%, 30%, 20%.
Now, obviously, this is gonna vary between 3 to 5% depending on the person, but on average,
I think it's 80%.
Kyle
That's
says 80.
That's at least what I'm going with, because I was thinking it was like 90. Like I was thinking like the vast majority of you is water, right?
A lot of people love to say, see, that's the thing. A lot of people love to say 90% of you is water or whatever. Again, according to my sources on this medical website, I think it was like I don't remember, some medical thing. Apparently, 70% of your body is water. Does vary from person to person, but for the most part, 80% is a tad too high.
Okay, so if we're 70% water, how do we get dehydrated so easily?
I don't know. Got me.
It's science. Number 3, placed end to end, how far would your blood vessels travel? 65,000 miles, 600 miles, 60 miles, or 6,000 miles? Wow.
I should have done some kilometers for Bobby.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go with 2. I think
it's actually 65,000 miles.
No shit, really?
And that's how many blood vessels you have. Isn't that insane?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, that's mind blowing. Honestly, looks like Joey Danny Dimes himself got the question right. I would have guessed, honestly, probably like 60 miles, maybe 600. But like, yeah, 65,000. That is not a typo.
Holy cow. All right. Looks like this is what tooth is that right there? The dorsal, the molar, incisor, or canine? Oh, I know this. That's the canine. That's why we're meant to be able to eat meat.
He gets so excited. He's like, I know this one.
That's your canine. That's how you're able to eat, like chew through meat, right? Or that's at least what it's meant for.
That's what the American Association of Dentistry or whatever it was said.
As you say, I think because it's like meant to, because it's the sharpest out of all of them.
Correct. Although I would say the incisors, or however you pronounce it, incisors. I would have actually.
Which one are the incisors? Like, if I have my mouse right here, which one is it?
Further in, it's right next to the front teeth. Right there.
That one.
Yep.
Oh.
At least
I feel like for me, I would use like these ones more.
I got some wicked canine teeth. I've noticed. I got very sharp ones, I think, and I don't file them down. I promise. I'm not a weirdo.
All right, last one for this round. On average, how many times do your eyes blink? 200,000, 20,000, 2 million, or 2,000? Is this like per day or per year or per life?
Gosh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure it's per day. I apologize. That was a typo.
Oh man, I blink a lot. Like I feel like I blink so often, like I don't even realize that I am.
Everyone's like, on average of what? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I think it's per day. It's per day because there's no way that's in a lifetime. No way.
I'm gonna go 2 million. Go big or go home. Oh, well, I guess I go home then.
Yeah, sorry. I apologize. That one's on me for those who got it wrong. Can stone me, but Bobby says everybody wins this one. Just bad at my job, that's all. No big deal. So let's see. Evelyn actually is taking the lead now with 2 points. Joey and Stephanie now join the board with 1 apiece. So we got Joey, Stephanie, Bobby, and Brooke all with 1. And then we have Evelyn with 2. going into this. Is this? I believe this is the.
Oh
super,
yeah, the super
the
secret.
Super secret.
Bonus pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Is it just one question for the bonus?
Yes.
Oh,
Gonna only do one.
So this one may come down purely to speed, because remember, if you're brand new, speed counts on this, guys. So if multiple people get it right, it's all about the speed.
Hallie says, "Why am I not in the leaderboard? Do they not count 0?" I'll be honest, I really don't know. Now's your chance right here, Hallie. Now's your chance to get on the board. Only one person gets the points for this round. First person answer correctly. How many teeth do adults have? 34, 32, 30, or 26? First one.
I'm doing what I think everybody else probably is. I'm trying to count them with my tongue real quick.
Yeah, but what if you miss one?
Oh man, and I had my wisdom teeth removed. Does that count?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that would count.
How many is there? 2 or 4 wisdom teeth? No, okay, no, mine are weird because I had 3 and one of them never actually.
Kyle's got OP teeth.
Yeah, I do. I had 3 removed, and then the 4th one never actually made it. I'm going 32.
Kyle's like, I got 29. Does that count? So it looks like Brooklyn is going to get on the board now. So we got a Brook and a Brooklyn. So Brooklyn is on the board with 1. With the bonus round correct.
All right.
Kyle's just special.
Round 3. That's right.
You got the special teeth. I told you, dude. Coming up, I'm telling you right now. Coming up with.
Yeah, Dan made all these questions right here.
Was very hard because I do not know anything. I was going to consult my wife, who knows much more about anatomy than I do, but that, she likes to play, so that would make it very fun.
Yeah, I did thumbnail and all the title and description. Dan put all the questions together on this, so yeah, this would have been really hard. Like there's not any I could have came up with myself. I would have had to look them all up.
Question number 1: how many baby teeth do we usually end up with before we get the adult teeth? 40, 30, 20, or 10? I would not have guessed this. I'm going to be honest. I would not have guessed. I would have guessed 32 or 30, so I would have guessed around what we have. So this is an interesting one.
I'm going to say 40.
We get 20 baby teeth.
That's it?
On average, yeah. The average child only gets about 20 teeth.
Maybe maybe just as parents, it seems like they get way more because it seems like they're cutting teeth forever and they're always in pain for it.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Bailey ended up getting bunches. She'd cut 4 or 5 teeth in a row.
Yeah, that Lila would get. Lila would get a bunch right in a row, and then she'd have a 1 or 2 month break, and then she'd get a bunch more.
Which is kind of a pain, but at the same time, kind of nice because then it's always it's over and done with a little quicker. I feel like so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question number 2: name the body part. This is a muscle. The serratus anterior, the pectoralis major, the latissimus dorsi, or the latissimus brachii. Oh, Kyle! Kyle's infinite wisdom here. Let's see what you got.
It's either 3 or 4, I think.
Okay.
I'm going 4. We're sticking with the brachii or whatever it is.
Brachii. It's actually the latissimus dorsi. I don't believe there's actually a latissimus brachii. That's not a real one. I just put that in there. Shit. The other 3 are, though. The other 3 are real muscles and stuff and things.
I knew it was the lats, but I wasn't sure.
I remember for a while there was a weird thing that kids would do, lat slaps, where they'd you ever saw that before?
No.
If you have bigger lats, you can do a lat slap. I don't know. Can't explain it. Anyway, question number 3: what is the biggest muscle in the body in terms of strength and size? Triceps, the sternocleidomastoid, the gluteus maximus, or the deltoid?
I do know this one.
Oh, he's so confident. He's just yeah.
I know this one.
I know this one.
I know this one.
No big deal. All right, what is it?
It's the gluteus maximus.
Yeah. Gluteus maximus is essentially what keeps us humans upright, so it requires an incredible amount of muscle.
Yep.
Especially if you're carrying around a dump truck like I am, then you have a big gluteus maximus.
Same here.
So the gluteus maximus is your essentially like, I don't know, like your hamstring / butt cheeks, for those wanting to know.
So what is the sternocleidomastoid?
I don't even know. I just looked up
It's
muscle
got to be
names.
something around your sternum, probably, right?
I looked up a diagram of literally the list of muscles, and that just sounded pretty cool, so I put that in there. All right, so name the body part on a prime, sexy Arnold Schwarzenegger. What muscle is that? The soleus major, the serratus major, the pectoralis major, or the orbicularis major? Weightlifters should know this one.
Oh yeah.
This is like, to me, that right there. And I know the funny thing is, I feel like a lot of women don't find. I think men find that body type more attractive than women do. You know what I mean? Like, is that weird?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's true. I feel like men are like, oh, I want that, or like, I want to achieve that body. Where women are like, no, that's too big. I remember I showed Steph that one time, and she's like, no, that's too big.
Steph wants to know if that's a pic of you.
It will be. It will be very shortly.
So there is a very funny Dan story that we don't have time for right now that involves his pecs from his 21st birthday.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Dan legitimately thought he was Batman and he was doing a pec crawl.
All right, final question for round 3. On average, how fast does the air travel from your sneeze? 25 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, or 10 miles an hour?
I'm going 20.
Kyle's going 20. It's actually 100 miles an hour on average.
Really?
The fastest ever clocked is 200 miles an hour. That sucker must have been holding back a sneeze for like days.
How'd you like to be the poor sap that the booger lands on?
Oh, yeah.
Probably knock
I
him
am
out of a chair.
traumatized by people sneezing. I have a weird phobia about it because my one cousin used to turn in purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. He just was like, I don't know, oblivious, and he would sneeze all over me all the time. Yeah, 100 mile an hour sneeze. Absolutely crazy. All right, so let's see how everyone did on. I think some people did pretty well, but I guess it's going to come down to speed. So it looks like Dirk and Curtis are on the board with 1 apiece. We got a lot of people with 1, and then now Stephanie is at 2 along with Evelyn. So Stephanie and Evelyn are tied for first going into the 4th round. Brooke, Bobby, Joey, Brooklyn, Dirk, and Curtis all have 1.
It's going to be a close game.
Holy cow.
Yeah, this is going to be a close game. I can safely say I would not be in the running to win this one. So there's other games where I could probably hold my own pretty well on certain ones, but I can safely say, yeah, this would not be Kyle's finest hour.
No, I had come up with a question, but I wouldn't know the answer to it because I just was curious what the answer was. So that's where a lot of these come from.
All right, number 1. How many chambers make up a human heart? 2, 3, 4, or 5?
What are the odds that they actually? Because they put when I put the answers and I put the correct answer and then I just type in the other 3 and it randomizes it. What are the odds of that they all are in order?
I think it's 4 chambers. So I think it's I think.
Look at that, Kyle. 3. You are a heartologist. You know your stuff.
That's right.
I
don't know the name of each one, but I was pretty sure there was 4.
Might as well be a cardiologist.
That's right.
Sign them up. That would be absolutely terrifying.
I think everybody got that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Dirk says he hit the wrong button.
Oh,
sure you did.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite excuse.
Yeah, he was just thinking of the dog heart with 3 chambers. I don't know if the dogs actually have 3 chambers or not, but
I would have went with it. All right, number 2. What is the primary function of the pituitary gland? Muscle building, hormone secretion, cognitive thinking, or cognitive reasoning?
This one I do remember from like 5th grade, that puberty video you used
I
to
was gonna
have
say, I
to
remember
watch.
the pituitary gland, so that's what I kept thinking. Number 2.
Yes. Brooklyn says, yes, brain questions. Yeah, I didn't know this one only because of those damn government issued videos. Such an awkward time. But yes, the pituitary gland, hormone secretion. I was hoping I'd get someone like muscle building. How badass would it be if you got muscles from your pituitary gland?
All right, here we go. Number 3. There we go. What is the number 1 cause of death in the USA? Heart disease, diabetes, cancer, or accidents?
These are the top 4. So, or no, excuse me. These are top 4 of the top 5.
I feel like heart disease is, but I'm gonna go with heart disease.
Yeah, so heart disease is the number 1 killer, followed very closely by cancer. It's about $100,000 difference. I think heart disease is like over 600,000 deaths a year. Cancer is about 500,000. Accidents, whether it's car accidents or whatever it might be, account for about 200,000.
That's what I almost went with accidents. That was actually going to be my second guess.
And then the final one, diabetes, is about 75 to 80,000 per year.
All right, number 4. What is the only organ to be able to float on water? Spleen, lungs, heart, or brain?
This was just a fun one. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I was reading up on it. I learned a lot today, I will say. And I was reading up on it, and that was like one of the fun facts that came up. And I was like, no shit. That's
so
pretty
I have
cool.
I have a hypothesis on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I think it's the lungs because you fill your lungs with air, which would help it float. But theoretically, there are people out there that their brain would probably float because their head's full of air.
It is the lungs. And looking at it now, I'm like, I probably should have picked some better organs for some of them. But no, yeah, it is your lungs are the only organ in your body. Apparently, they've tested this. Why, I do not know.
See, look at that. Look. Dirk and Brooklyn both think the same way I do.
Some airheads.
There's definitely airheads out there. All right, number 5. What is the hardest substance in the human body? Tooth enamel, pelvic bone, keratin, or cranial bone? I think it's tooth enamel, isn't it?
Kyle's going tooth enamel. Curious a lot of people going tooth enamel. Got a couple people for cranial bone, a couple for keratin. So for the keratin's essentially what's on your fingernails. It is tooth enamel. It is the hardest substance in the human body. I did not know that. Would have 100% said cranial bone. But
I figured probably tooth enamel because I think I had heard that somewhere before. But what I was curious with was I didn't know what keratin was.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
John H says my pelvic bone does get pretty hard sometimes. I never even thought about that. That's funny. That's coming from me. I never even thought about that, but oh man, that's funny. All right. Got me to laugh on that one there, John. Let's see. So, okay, we got Curtis with 2 now. Takes second place. Evelyn gets 3 to go into first, and Stephanie gets 3. So Stephanie and Evelyn tied for first going into the final round.
Oh, I'm glad that you're reading the final round questions because I'm still laughing at the responses to that.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I don't know why I thought pelvic bone because I'm like, I don't know why, but why do old people break their hip so much? Do they actually break their hip a lot, or is that just like a, something that people joke about a lot? Like, oh, my hip.
I think they do break it quite a bit.
But why though? I feel like that's actually a pretty dense bone, but I don't know.
Maybe they like pop it out a little bit, because I feel like a hip is like easy enough to pop out of a socket, maybe, and then maybe it makes it easier. I don't know.
All right, question 1, final round. What part of the skin is the thinnest on your body? The tip of your finger, the knuckles, the eyelids, or the elbow? So Stephanie says there's a lot of stress on the pelvis. Oh, Jesus. So many things could be said. John, I'll let you take it away. Lots of stress putting on the pelvis with these old folks, I guess. They're keeping busy.
All right, I'm going against the grain on this. Everybody else is saying 3. I'm going 2.
Kyle's going with the knucks.
Maybe it's just me, because I get really dry hands this time of the year, and crazy.
Kyle's hands turn into. Speaking of old people, Kyle's hands turn into like a 90-year-old's.
Seriously, yeah. No, my knuckles like crack and everything. It's awful. Oh, okay. Well, I shot my shot.
Kyle thought our eyelids were the thickest part. Let's see. Question number 2. What organ is an average of 22 feet long? Your small intestines or your large intestines? Stephanie says elderly people break hips because they lose bone density and their bones get brittle. Well, yeah, I know that, but why the hips though? Why is it hips all the time that people talk about? Why is it not their arms or their legs or whatever? They break their hips. But since the other Stephanie said,
so we got Joey coming in with number 3, even though there isn't a.
I like that.
Only 1 and 2.
He's blazing his own path. A path that doesn't even exist. Joey. Because they fall out. That makes sense.
Small intestines. Oh, so that's the one you were talking about earlier, where you had said that you.
Yes, the length
was come up later.
Yeah, the length was coming up later, and I did say that. Look at that. Coming in clutch. Question number 3. What is the only organ in the human body to be able to regenerate itself? The lungs, the liver, the kidney, or the heart?
Okay. I feel like it's number 1, and I'll give my reasoning after.
Okay. So this one is interesting because it is actually, sorry, Kyle, I want to hear what your reasoning is first.
So I was thinking number 1, because you hear of athletes sometimes like puncturing a lung, or
okay.
Who was it last year? I think it was Tyrod Taylor. He got a shot from a team doctor, the quarterback, and he actually like punctured his lung with the shot because the doctor put it in the wrong spot.
That's a good guess. It is actually the liver, because you can do liver transplant. They literally cut half your liver out and it will regenerate. They're doing a lot of research right now on how to like put that, essentially I don't know what you would call it, the enzymes or whatever it is, into other organs so we can regrow heart, regrow kidneys, regrow everything. It's pretty amazing.
Interesting.
Question number 4. What is the cause of scurvy? Lack of water, lack of vitamin C, a lack of vitamin B, or vitamin A? I don't know why I put this one in. This was just a fun one because I was like, we were talking about something and it reminded me of scurvy. Or maybe Steph and I were. I don't know. Someone was, and I was thinking of it. And I'm like, that's a great question.
John says, liver, you got to be kidneying me. I'm going to go with lack of vitamin C, because I feel like vitamin C is the most popular.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they'd bring a bunch of like fruit and oranges and stuff apparently on board of pirate ships. Well, not just pirate ships, but any kind of ships back in the heyday of sailing. But also, real quick, I did learn that as far as lungs go, Kyle, you can live and actually still exercise even if you only have one of your 2 parts of your lungs. You can only.
I did hear that somewhere.
It's kind of crazy. All right, final question of the night: what is the tip of your nose made from? Keratin, chitin, cartilage, or bone?
I believe it's cartilage.
Damn. John has that like super duper internet. John answered a solid 3 seconds before anyone else. He's been doing it a lot. So looks like most people, I think everyone got it right. So it is cartilage. Keratin, like I said, is your fingertips, your fingernails, and your toenails. Chitin is actually what insects have. Their hard shells is made of chitin. And bone is obviously not what your nose is made of. So
Interesting.
So let's tally it up. Let's see who ended up winning. I'm wondering, is there a winner between Stephanie and Evelyn, or do we have to do? And I hope we don't have to do another bonus. I'm going to be honest, because coming up with the questions is hard. No, God damn it. No. All right. So we do have a tie so it looks like Dirk ends up tying Curtis for second place with 2 points. Stephanie and Evelyn both got 4. So kudos to you. We're going to do sudden death.
All
and
right.
do I dare leave Kyle in charge to come up with a question?
Oh boy.
All right, I'll do it. Give me a second here. I got one. I got a good one. Hold on.
Bum, 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 bum. All right. While we're waiting for Dan on that, let's see. So we're doing true crime on Monday. What do you guys want to see on next Wednesday? Let us know in the comments what you guys want to see on next Wednesday. And, no pressure on this one on Steph or Evelyn, but the winner gets a $25 Amazon gift card for winning tonight. So, no pressure on that, and no pressure on Dan for coming up with a really good question here.
Okay, I have one.
John says Squid Game trivia for Wednesday. That's like the third or fourth person that's asked for it. We might have to do it. We might just have to do it.
I know. We might have to. I don't know if I'm going to watch it by then, but I'm sure we can come up with questions. But
oh yeah,
all right. So this one, I guess anyone can answer, but this is technically just for the first one to answer correctly between Evelyn and Stephanie. So the question is, what connects muscle to bone? Muscle to bone.
Let's see.
So Stephanie looks like answers into tendons. That is correct. Tendons is correct. I always remember if it's ligaments or tendons.
I was just say I wouldn't have been able to remember that.
Yeah,
Evelyn went.
I would have guessed ligaments too. Honestly,
that's what I would have thought that too.
But good game, guys. So it looks like Stephanie does take the dub on this one. Evelyn comes in second, and Dirk and Curtis tie for third. That was a good. A lot of people scored points on this. This was a good one. Dave, for some people, that is true. Saquon Barkley.
Yep. Derrick Rose.
Poor guys.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for playing. We have True Crime Trivia on Monday at 9:30. Same time, same place.
And then possibly Squid Game on next Wednesday. So, guys, anybody that's new, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely think about doing it. Once we hit 1,000 subs, we're getting very, very close. We'll be able to start monetizing and doing more giveaways and stuff like that. So,
absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
Have a great night, guys.